Well, friendship is getting pricey. A new survey by Ally Bank says nearly half of millennials and Gen Z are skipping social events because they can't afford them. Joining us to explain what's going on is money and business expert Derek Kinney. Derek, now I know you're happy about that one.
Dia, great to see you as always.
Good to see you, my friend. All right, why are young people finding friendship so expensive right now?
Well, first of all, not all their friends make the same amount of money. Once they leave college or they go into the workforce, typically everybody has a level playing field. But then if you get a job where you're making more than someone else, now you feel like I can go and spend money to go to this event. You should be able to go as well. And what happens is conflict that most young people aren't expecting. And so this is being very, very common right now. So again, if you don't have the money, obviously don't spend it, but also find creative ways that don't always cost money to build into those friendships, because we know that relationships truly are what last.
You know, Derek, the study says 42% overspend on friend activities. Why do people blow their budgets when they're hanging out with their friends?
There's a lot of peer pressure. You'd think that back in junior high and high school, all the peer pressure would go away. But no, it only magnifies the older we get. First, it was what college did you go to? Do you have a house, your car, etc.? So what we find is that people want to fit in and they don't want to look like they're the outsider. So they will spend money to do things with their friends, even though they can't always afford it. So step number one is figure out your budget. How much can you spend? And just be honest. We like to call this vocal budgeting and just say, look, here's what I can afford. This is what's in my budget. Can you work with me on this? And that way you know where I'm at. You don't want them to think you're rude, but if they think you're frugal, that's a whole different story.
Derek, a lot of folks admit they're not honest with their friends about money, almost exactly what you just led in with. So what's behind that?
Well, the key is a lot of peer pressure, but also an expectation that, look, when you're young, how much do you really have in expenses? This is the time to go spend, travel, go to the Sphere, see the Backstreet Boys, all the things that you want to do. The problem is inflation creeps in and it's costing people more and more money just to live, and they're not planning for it. So a lot of people say, look, go into the 401k, start saving, have some fun money, but you just want to be honest. If I could leave our viewers with one thing, be honest with your friends about where you stand financially. It's a way to actually deepen those relationships and not walk away from them.
So if someone wants to save money but still stay social, what's one practical step they can take right now?
Well, the one thing to do is you want to budget the most important things the first of the month, what you're going to give, what you're going to invest, what you're going to save. And I would encourage you to have an entertainment fund that you put some money into, and here's money that we're going to creatively use to go out with friends, but also be creative as well. If you like to entertain, you can bring people to your house for a lot less cost than it costs to go to the restaurant or the concert or the show. So be creative, and it's a way to save cash, but also build the relationships that last a lot longer than maybe a concert or what you want to spend money on today.
Derek Kinney, our money and business expert. Hey, I say a potluck at the house will always get you far.
I love it. I'll see you soon.
All right, thanks for that.